So, guys, this past week was obviously the Resident Evil Resistance beta. We got a shot on it. I
Mhm.
was able to have a chance of playing. It's obviously a 1v4. I was a mastermind, obviously, and we we got a chance of playing the four against the one. What were your thoughts on it? You've historically been a big Resident Evil fan. What did you think of it?
I didn't really have much of a good experience playing this for it, if I'm going to be honest. I could only go like one character who was like a hacker every time I tried to select. Uh, it was slow but incredibly fast, which is strange because it was like you needed to get to like one point quickly, but by the time if you weren't there fast, the game just like basically dragged its heels. It felt if you couldn't get there fast enough.
Mm.
It was really bizarre. I didn't like the controls. The controls were really. I don't know if it was latency issues we had, but I didn't like the feel of the guns. Didn't like the feel of the characters running about. It was nothing like the Resi 3 demo that I played earlier. Uh,
So, like the controls in that, did it not play like a Resident Evil game?
it did, but it was a bit more. It had a bit of a jank to it, meaning it was just a bit floaty. I felt, but I don't know if it was just more because like you had your certain quirks. These custom like these characters just maybe the one that I had to keep going just she just played like that and
Mm.
maybe I just wasn't used to it. But we got what 3 or 4 games and it was just every single one of them was just not a very good experience.
Is it a
Yeah, we're
gameplay
gonna.
thing, or is it because it's a beta and the connections aren't great and stuff like that?
I think it's a
Is it?
gameplay thing.
We had one issue where the host, and the host always seems to be the mastermind, the one against the four. He either quit or lost his connection and the game finished, which
Yeah,
isn't good. You should at least in these kind of games have a either a dedicated server or you know it should be able to pass to someone else.
yeah, definitely.
Right. So what about you, Ross? How did you feel about it?
Where to start? We played. I appreciate there's a beta. Right, get that out of the way. I appreciate that it was a beta and that there's plenty of things that were getting tested. They were looking for stress tests on it and whatever else. Totally appreciate that. However, general gameplay, we tried. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. We tried to go slowly so that I could try and get a hang of what I was doing, the character I was playing as, but we got annihilated. They kept dropping loads of characters. They threw in what's his face? What's the big guy with the trench coat?
Titan or Mr. X.
Mr. X,
Mr.
I think it
X.
was. Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
X. They throw in Mr. X. What are you supposed to do against him? I don't
X,
play.
X is going to give it to you, mate.
Yeah, X won't give it to you. I
Oh,
don't have.
he gave it to us like a few
Oh,
times.
So
man, bitch slapped the shit out of his. We don't. I don't. I've not played the games. I know that flashbangs are supposed to be powerful against them because they can stun them for long enough to get away. But when you're in such a small map and a small environment, there's nowhere
yeah,
to go.
What's his AI like?
Well, so the
Well,
AI
that's the thing. Like, you obviously get the 1v4. You basically put down the AI, but if you're putting down Mr. X, then the one takes over him.
Yeah, you've got the
so they-
opportunity as the mastermind to take over any sort of zombie or character. Put down, I think, under. Is it straight away you can do it, Hamish? Or
Well, you basically have a skill that you can take over any zombie that you want. But Mr. X specifically, you always take over him. I don't think he has an AI, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong, but I only played a
don't believe
couple
he
of
does.
matches as the one.
any character that the mastermind takes over, any of the zombies he takes over, tends to be overpowered. They're just really strong. There's no knockback on them at all. So, I was only really using the item that it gives you to begin with is a base, a sort of 2x4 bat. There's no way to knock them down. When you play against the zombies and the AI characters, you can knock them down, you can hit them, but you need to be accurate. There's no like aiming, there's no auto aim in it, there's no lock on. You just swing and you'll hit where you're pointing. So if you're not pointing at their heads, you'll hit their head. It's quite a finesse game in that sense, but even with that in mind, it still felt extremely unbalanced, like very, very towards the mastermind, very, very much. I mean, we played 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
And of the 4 or 5 games, we only just managed to get into Section 3.
Yeah.
Three sections per level, and we only just managed to get into Section 3 2 times. And one of them we died instantly. Another one we managed to get into the room and then died within a couple of feet. So, like, and it's all time based as well. So everything that you do is based on time. The quicker you can get through, the more time you've got in the final section. But if anybody dies, it's a penalty of like 30 seconds per dead person. If anybody fucks up at any point, it's another penalty. It's highly stacked against players, and
Yeah.
usually in the hand of the mastermind.
I don't know, like, you see, the first time that I tried it, I went, like I say, as the mastermind. You know, I went to the 1v4, and I mean, it was kind of tense. The 4 people that I were playing against, they got to like the very end when I killed them. Like, they were literally like kind of queuing up outside, waiting. Maybe I'm just shit at it, or maybe you guys are shit at it, and that's why we couldn't win when it was 4 of us. So, like, when I first played it, I thought, like, oh, the balance is quite good and stuff like that. But then when, you know, the shoe was on the other foot and I was playing as one of the survivors, or well, not in our case, like one of the
Victims.
yeah, I did feel like, nah, this needs to be rebalanced, definitely. You know what I mean?
For the limited experience that we had, the 4 or 5 games that we played, it was just not the greatest experience. And I appreciate that it's a beta; they've still got things to work out. But I mean, I wouldn't be picking it up. And the fact that they've bundled it with Resi 3, they've bundled it with Resi 3 says a lot about the mode itself. It's not something that they were looking to send out as a standalone, because it would never survive as a standalone. It would need to be something that would be bundled with another thing before it would sell. That's my-
True.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I was like, I didn't even know it was going to be part of Resi 3, but when we were playing it, I thought, don't I get to pay for this? I think, you know, it would be a free-to-play game. And that
Tacked
was
on microtransactions, maybe.
that was my impression. Yeah, but
I'm happy to admit that I'm not a Resident. It's not something that I've ever played. I've not really been a big, massive player of the series of Resident Evil, but this isn't something that's enticing me into wanting to play it either.
No.
Resident Evil 3 looks fucking phenomenal. Looks really, really cool. From, you know, seeing it from as a kid with Resident Evil 3 and now seeing the remake of it, looks awesome. Same way like the Final Fantasy and the remakes of that as well. They look really cool now. This is just not something that's appealing to me.
But that is just our opinion, so, you know, maybe give it a shot yourself, and hopefully you have a better time than we do. I've obviously got crap teammates like Ross and Dom.
Somebody's dying.